Hey everyone, it's Annie
and Brady
from the Never Growing Up podcast, a Disney Parks podcast for adults.
Thanks so much for joining us for this week's episode. Make sure you subscribe and leave a rating for us on whatever app you're joining our conversation.
And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links for all of our accounts are in our show notes.
Enjoy the show! Hi everybody, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Never Growing Up, a Disney Parks podcast for adults. We have something really special for you guys today. We are actually going to interrupt our tour to bring you another tour in the same location because guess what? The Epcot Festival of the Holidays food menu has been released. So that's what we're going to talk about today on this episode.
A good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Brady McCleary, also known to you guys as Brady Cam on Instagram. And with me, as always, is the astounding, stupendous.
Astounding.
If you were to beat her like a piñata, it would be garlic.
Oh, God. That's actually probably accurate. Hey guys, it's Annie at WDW Collective.
Wow.
Oh man, I'm so excited to talk about this.
We all have been waiting for something great to come down from Disney, and here it is, the menu for Epcot's festival. We love a festival menu read on this channel.
We love a festival menu review, and I'm so glad. Well, they had announced that they were bringing back Festival of the Arts, so of course we'll do that like in probably when they release those menus. It'll be like the end of December, beginning of January. But I'm so glad that they are doing Festival of the Holidays this year. It's such a if you have the chance to go, obviously during the holidays, it's a very busy time, but Epcot's usually not as crazy unless you're there for like a holiday. And the Festival of the Holidays is so fun and the food is fantastic. In my opinion, it's the best food all year.
For the Festival of the Holidays?
I think so. I've had like amazing food at Festival of the Holidays, both at Disney World and Disneyland.
I don't think I've actually been to Festival of the Holidays.
Well, it's it's just usually just during December. Like, we're picking our menus from Disney Food Blog, or reading them anyways, and it begins November 27th through December 30th.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone.
It's great. I love it.
I'll have to give it a go. Not this year.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could go this year. I was kind of considering it. Just because, like,
just go for one day and do like a binge.
Oh my God. And then I'll have like gastritis for days. Ruin my holidays.
It's a bender.
It literally is a bender. Like, that's how I feel. Oh my God, is going to World Showcase like a bender?
It is. It really is. Regardless if it's food or...
Doesn't matter what time of year.
Or booze.
And I always come home and I have to like go on like the brat diet. Do you know what the brat diet is?
No.
It's like a very bland diet. It's like whenever you have like the stomach flu or if you have like some intestinal woe, and BRAT stands for bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. And it's really like that's all you can eat when you're on BRAT diet.
Yikes.
Yeah. So it's usually what has to happen when I come home.
Hey, that's gonna be a fuck no for me.
Hard pass. Yeah, I've unfortunately had to do that quite a few times from going to an Epcot festival. Sad. It's so sad. But yeah, and I'm very excited to talk about these menus. I love the Festival of the Holidays. If you haven't had a chance to go, if you can go, obviously be safe about it. You got to wear a mask anyways. But it's so cool because they take on the holiday traditions of the country that they're in. And they also have holiday storytellers, which is really, really fun. or like holiday traditions and stories throughout the different countries. And it's just a lot going on. There's also a guy singing like Hanukkah songs, which I totally enjoy.
Adam Sandler?
It's not the Hanukkah song. It's like traditional Hanukkah music, but it's cool. I don't know if so we haven't looked at these at all. Like, so we have
Mm-mm.
no idea what we're coming up against. They usually do have a Israel Hanukkah booth.
And
I'm assuming they will.
yes, and I mean, I gotta do better because, like, when you say, "Oh, there's a guy playing Hanukkah music," and I'm like, "How many other songs are there other than Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel?"
I know. Well, I think it's like traditional, traditional Jewish celebration music. It seems
Hmm.
like
I'll have to
he
look.
tells the story of Hanukkah, and then he sings Jewish traditional songs. It's
Nice.
very fun. I enjoy Jewish music
I
personally.
mean, and that'd be a good opportunity for anybody who isn't of the Jewish religion to learn about it,
Yeah.
including myself. Learn about uh the story behind it all.
Oh
We've all
yeah.
heard freaking Santa Claus is coming to town 1,000 times. Learn something else.
It's the holiday armadillo.
It's literally, literally. I saw that at a Hobby Lobby. We were looking at the Christmas stuff because right now it's 50% off,
Oh wow.
and so we go there, and my friend's like, is that an armadillo? I'm like, it's the holiday armadillo, and she's like, uh, what's the holiday armadillo? And I was
Yeah, but
like,
the holiday armadillo tells the story of Hanukkah.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's how you if you don't know it.
And I'm like, she's like, what is that? And I'm like, it's the holiday armadillo. I don't know. What?
Yeah,
Like,
I know. It's like if you don't know Friends, you really can't explain.
yeah.
I
Gotta
watched
also put
Friends a
into
lot this
perspective, she
week.
was born in, like, 2008. I'm just kidding, she was born in
Oh my god.
'97.
Still, I was 14 in 1997, so I don't wanna hear
Friends was
it.
halfway done with its run on TV in
It
1997.
was, and you know what? I actually watched a lot of Friends this week because I found it very calming for this week's, whenever we end up airing this, but this past week was that we're recording was the election. So, it was a very stressful week, and I watched a lot of Friends.
Very stressful week indeed, and also, unfortunately, on the day of recording, Alex Trebek has passed away. Um,
So oh god, I can't do yeah, I cried for, 10, 15 minutes. Like, I really can't talk about it. It's
yeah.
very upsetting. You can see my post on my personal page about the importance of Jeopardy to me. I can't.
And I mean, he was just so graceful about it.
Yes.
When he worked all the way up until he really just couldn't work anymore,
Yeah.
and even though his health was declining, he was saying he was in good spirits. And then
Yeah.
it actually has been a long time since the last time he's said anything publicly about it. And then now we're finding that he
Yeah.
passed away. So
Yeah. It's been a week. It's been a week and I'm tired and my liver hurts and as I
my
said,
liver, yes.
my liver hurts. I've been hungover many days this week. I'm just done and hopefully we can all move forward united. So,
Yeah. And usually if you've been listening to the other part of this podcast tour where we are actually just going from nation to nation, Annie is a Mexico starter. I am a Canada starter. But today we're starting in America.
purely just because that's what the website says.
Because yeah, because this I'm is assuming in alphabetical order, and
Oh,
I
that
don't
is
want to have to bounce back and forth up and down on this menu to go in
yeah,
any particular my way order because I'm the lead today.
yeah,
So here we go. Let's go to
yeah, let's do
American
it.
holiday table.
Yeah.
So I'm reading here the food items: slow roasted turkey with stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, and cranberry sauce. They have a holiday pot pie with jackfruit, mushrooms, carrots, peas, onions, and puff pastry. Plant based. Oh, this is the new plant based item. Uh, pumpkin gingerbread cheesecake with cranberry whipped cream and candied
Ugh,
pumpkin seeds.
Jesus. Sounds terrible.
And it's a cookie stroll, chocolate crinkle cookie.
Yeah, so they have the cookie stroll, which is like kinda almost like a drink around the world, but for cookies. And you get, like, a little, like, passport, as one does for any of these events, and it's just specifically for the cookies. Um,
Oh, okay. I
they're
thought cookie like, my head, I was like, "Cookie stroll? What kind of cookie
what
is
does that
that?"
mean? Yeah. And a lot of the food so you're a lot of the foods that you guys are gonna hear today, they're very much like holiday foods, so they're more like comfort foods. So it's not technically like the same stuff you would see, in any of the other festivals. They're very, like, specifically, like, it's kind of weird to eat in warm weather, in my opinion. But here we are.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I saw somebody walking around with, uh, mashed potatoes and green beans and, like, a Thanksgiving meal in the middle
Yeah.
of January or July rather, like, I'd be like, you're gonna throw up."
You are gonna yeah, like, I don't this is not one of those events that you can, like actually, I think I got a migraine when I went to the Festival of the Holidays a couple years ago with my mom, and, like, I think I got a migraine from some of the drinks because 'cause they're, like, heavier because it's holiday stuff. It's not like you really gotta plan. Like, that's what's so great about this episode. Please if you do plan on going, please use this episode to plan because the stuff's heavier and you really wanna think it through.
Yeah, like,
So what would
even
you
especially
choose?
the food.
Oh god, yeah.
Um, honestly, I wouldn't eat anything here. Like, I
So
like turkey and stuff like that,
yeah.
but, like, I really Thanksgiving rolls around, I literally just eat turkey, mashed potatoes, corn, and, like, a biscuit,
Yeah.
or a roll. I don't really care for stuffing. I don't care for green beans. Well, I
Dude,
guess I'll eat the
what?
green beans too. Uh, I don't care for cranberry sauce. Uh, and when it comes to the turkey, I'll only eat a little bit of it because I cooked it. Like, it's just I don't know.
Yeah. So so you know what's funny is that I grew up, um, I never really like, I grew up obviously in a very Italian household, so, like, our our meals were, like, kind of different, and especially when my grandfather was alive, like, he, like, demanded we had wedding soup before we ate, like, I mean, we just, like, different stuff. And so I didn't really get to have like and I do not mean this in any negative way. It's actually very, very good. I love going to my mother-in-law's for Thanksgiving. I never had like a truly American Thanksgiving food until I started dating Nick. And so this like kind of like I never even had like I've always had fresh cranberries. Like I never even had cranberries from a can. And personally, I like the ones from the can better. Don't tell my aunt. But
I'm still back on wedding soup.
okay. I always forget people don't really know what wedding soup is. So wedding soup.
Are you saying like
Um,
wetting or
no,
wedding?
like a wedding, like bride and groom.
Oh, okay.
So, it doesn't have anything to do with weddings. The reason why it's called a wedding soup is because it's actually a minestra, which is like it's all the ingredients kind of, like, married together. So, it's like depending on who's making the wedding soup, but, like, my homemade recipe is it's just, like usually use a chicken broth. Obviously, now I'm not gonna you make a homemade stock, and then you like carrots, celery. Sometimes there's like maybe some pastina in there, greens, obviously chicken, and like homemade meatballs, homemade croutons, and like all the shit just marries together, and it's like the greatest soup of your life. So
But golly, that would make me full right there.
it is, and that's the thing. So once we started, like, doing Thanksgiving in 2 different houses, I had to tell my mom to stop making wedding soup for Thanksgiving because I was like, "Mom, I can't do it. I have to eat 2 dinners." Although this year we're staying home, but, like, yeah, it's anyways,
So
it's life.
this year, since you usually have 2 Thanksgivings that are kinda different styles, what are you gonna
Mhm.
do? Are you gonna have a wedding soup, and then are you gonna have cranberry from a can, and then you're gonna have, like, just, like, this and that
Yeah.
from the other?
So we're picking up food from each house. So my mom is just making a couple things, and she's bringing it to my sisters, and then my in-laws are having their own Thanksgiving, but because my husband, um, he's dealing with the public a lot, he doesn't wanna like, potentially expose anybody to anything.
Right.
So we're staying home. So we're just gonna, get food from each house and then bring it home and then, like, stuff our face at
So it's like
home.
DoorDash brought to you by
Brought to you by the Setting and Dollhouse. That's exactly it, but I don't know, we got really sidetracked already.
Yeah,
Anyways, yeah, you're right, like, I wouldn't eat the slow roasted turkey with stuff I'm like, it's things
but
like,
then I was
I'm like,
also thinking, like, jackfruit inside of the pot pie, like, I get
"You
it's
like
a
that
good,
fruit?"
like, protein. I've never tried it because, I can't get over the way I assume it smells.
It's it's fine, it's just, like, it's a little strange. It has, like, the texture of, like, pulled pork, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why I hear it's, like, this superfood that is, like,
Yeah.
saving, starving countries, but it's, like, the that and, like, I have, just about to say the word makes my face go numb. That trypophobia.
Or you mean tryptophan, like oh, no, for the ones that, like, with the holes.
Yeah,
Weird holes in
so,
it.
like, the way that you have to pull the jackfruit out of these, like, little pods of I can't. Okay, we're
Oh,
moving on
is
to the
it? Oh, no,
drinks.
no, no, I would not do that. I would buy the canned, like, they have it canned. I'm not doing that shit. I share that. I don't think mine's as severe as yours, but I do share that fear, and ugh. But I
Yeah.
think that's what I would try just because I do like jackfruit. It is a little odd, but, like, once you get used to it, it's fine. It's kinda like tofu. Um,
Ooh-wee ooh,
but they
killer
have some solid
tofu.
drinks here, though. I'm really excited about some of the beers.
Yeah, they got, the Bell's Bright White Ale,
Mhm. They're real good.
Shipyard Eggnog White Porter, Playa Linda Brew Company Peppermint Chocolate Stout, Chalk Hill Chardonnay, and Martin Bay Vineyard and Winery Cabernet.
I'm here
I'm
for
not
that
gonna
peppermint chocolate stout all day.
I
All day.
don't I'm not a huge fan of eggnog. See, that's the thing with me. I love porters and stouts. Like, if I'm gonna drink a beer, it's gonna be a porter or it's gonna be a stout.
Yeah.
However, I don't like a lot of the flavors that stouts and porters mix with. Like, I don't like
Mhm.
coconut and I don't like peppermint. I don't like eggnog,
Right.
So it's like it ends up being so limited because I'm a picky little bitch.
That's okay. Nick doesn't like coconut either. You know, Nick doesn't like mashed potatoes. It's un-American. I don't have any time
Wow.
for it. Neither does my
Yeah.
dad, which is really weird. I
Uh,
think it's un-American personally.
mashed potato.
I don't have time for
Okay.
that non-patriotism.
That's gonna be all right, guys. 2 hour episode, 2 part episode. First is gonna be the rest of this menu. The second is gonna be me roasting Nick for not liking mashed potatoes.
He deserves it.
He deserves this.
Except for the listen to this though, except for this is honest to God truth, except for the smashed potatoes at multiple Disney restaurants, he will eat that. And I'm like, "Nick, that is the exact same thing. What are we even talking about?" He's like,
I
"Yeah."
saw a TikTok of a girl. She's like, "This is how to make the perfect mashed potatoes. They are not supposed to be lumpy." And I'm like, "Okay, first of all, I like a little lumpy
Yeah, it
mashed
doesn't
potato
bother me.
moment.
No, it doesn't bother me
I
at all.
think it makes it interesting and fun." And then she made her mashed potatoes, and it just looked like soup when she poured it into
Ew,
the serving bowl. And I'm like,
that's weird.
that looks like somebody already chewed it.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
So
No, thank
stop being
you.
mean. Let me eat my lumpy mashed potatoes, you
Yeah.
bitch. All
Yeah.
right. Bavaria Holiday Kitchen. Speaking of bees, Bavaria Holiday Kitchen. The food items, they've only got 3 items here. And one of them is the cookie. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna get ahead of myself. And I got really excited, and now I'm really sad. So we'll get to that.
Oh, no.
So
Okay.
pork schnitzel with mushroom sauce, spatzel, and braised red cabbage is the first item.
Mhm.
And then this is where I got sad. It said cheese fondue in a bread bowl with steamed baby vegetables and marble potatoes. I saw baby and cheese, and my dyslexia was like, Baby
Aw.
Bell.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, no, actually I think that and the Linzer cookie. And that's part of the cookie stroll. I would do the cheese fondue in a bread bowl.
Me too, and not just because 'cause I'm
Um
vegetarian. It
yeah,
just sounds good.
it just sounds really good. I'm not huge on pork. Um
Yeah.
but no, that cheese, just the thought of it, cuz uh, aside from what people think, Florida gets cold. Um
Oh, yeah, and especially in the
and
evening during in the winter. Mornings and
Yeah,
evenings.
so I can just imagine on because it's humid, and so it's a wet cold. So no matter what you're wearing, like the damp cold air is just gonna cut through it. Be like, ooh, nice
Sure, sure,
windbreaker.
sure.
Be a shame if I were to make you have pneumonia. You
Yeah.
know. So just like that, just sitting there eating a little cheese fondue bread bowl. Mm, mm,
Oh,
sounds
yum,
good to
yum,
me.
yum. What do they
It's
got to
that
drink, Pam?
okay? Their drinks. We have a postman.
Mm,
Postman, Possmann, Postman hard apple cider from Frankfurt, Germany.
yeah.
They have a. I'm gonna butcher these things, guys. I am not as cultured as Annie, and this is only my second menu run through that I lead. Uh, Anger,
Sure.
okay.
I
Brewery
honestly don't know.
Celebrator Doppelbock,
Yep.
Bavaria, Germany. Okay, what is a Doppelbock?
It's a type of beer.
Which personally, I Rieslings I can take them or leave them. Some of them are too buttery for me, and I don't like that.
I think they're too sweet, personally. I'm not a Riesling fan.
Um, ooh, and I might do try this one. I'm gonna ruin this. It's a Glühwein,
Glühwein.
Glühwein, house made hot spiced wine. That
Yeah.
sounds just so peaceful. Like that sounds like Christmas.
Yes. And we do have wassail on Christmas Eve, so this is definitely what I would have.
What's
It's gonna be like
wassail?
it's a hot spice wine.
Oh,
Here we
okay.
come a wassailing along the way, great. Wassail. It's a hot spiced wine, and it makes me think of Christmas.
Hot cross buns.
There it is.
Hot cross buns. Hot, 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 hot crust buns.
Love it.
Okay, moving on. Oh yeah, no, I would. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Glühwein,
Yeah.
uh, because that sounds tasty and just calming and relaxing, and
Hmm.
I just miss it.
Yeah.
Um, okay, under the citrus blossom. They okay. Don't have hardly anything here other
Just
than some
drinks.
orange stuff. Orange cream shake in a souvenir orange bird sipper cup,
Ah, the orange bird, indeed.
non-alcoholic. 81 Bay Brewing Co. Cinnamon cranberry orange wheat ale. No, thank you.
Gross.
Florida Orange Groves Winery Selections. I would just
Pass.
wave at that one. Yeah, I'd be like, "Hello, Orange Bird," and then move
So they
on.
usually have the orange bird at the Flower and Garden. I'm wondering if these are like leftover from Flower and Garden. They have to be,
Mm-hmm.
since Flower and
Mm-hmm.
Garden sadly got totally derailed.
Uh, let's see. Festival favorites. I'm sorry.
So
What
what this
is
tells me with festival favorites and in the way that they label it, I think they did the same thing with food and wine this year because they had food and wine since they reopened back in what, July. And it's like a taste of it. So it's like it's not as big as it was. So these have labels that are like, oh, they came from this booth. So I think they're doing the same thing here.
okay? So these are just what they picked from a as like a Disney food blog. This is their favorites.
Oh no, like so when they did the taste of the food and wine festival, they didn't do all the booths that they normally have during food and wine festival for people reasons, obviously. And they like took the favorites of some of those booths that they didn't have this year.
Oh,
Now
and
put them in the
oh, I
back.
get it. So like this is where you would have found it, but instead this year you're finding it here.
Yeah, right, right.
Okay. So the first item is the blackened bass with white cheddar grits and okra, or and okra with tomato and onion stew. And that's from the seasonal Southern Delights.
Mhm.
Uh, they have the duck duck
Confit.
confit, duck coffee, uh, and dumplings with roasted Brussels sprouts and fig reduction from the Alpine House, and then the gingerbread cookie as part of the cookie stroll. I don't like any of that personally.
Well, and I think so honestly, both of those sound fantastic to me. But, they both have, like, a meat I would probably get the bass just because if I'm at a restaurant and as a vegetarian, like, if there's nothing else I can get, like, I'll just get seafood. So I'd probably get the blackened bass, that sounds really good, but also I would have loved a duck confit. So, I like both of those.
But see, like the blackened bass, I'm not a huge fish person. Like I'll eat the hell out of some sushi, but
Sure.
like in my head, I'm thinking, oh, the blackened bass,
Yeah.
like it's in the festival. It's so mass produced. Like I can't imagine it's gonna taste very good.
I mean, yeah, I get that, especially if you're not, like, a fish person, I totally get that.
Yeah. And okay, so then their drinks here are a coquito, tropical eggnog, non-alcoholic, frozen s'mores, non-alcoholic, a coquito tropical eggnog with Bacardi gold dark rum, and frozen s'mores with whipped cream vodka.
I would
Mm,
I would drink that frozen s'mores with whipped cream vodka for the rest of my life.
which is weird because that sounds so sweet.
I know, but I love s'mores so much. I
I
love
think
them
I'd be able to
so
have one of those
oh
because
my
that kind of
god.
reminds me of the s'mores of frappuccinos at Starbucks, which are really good.
Oh, I never had
Um,
one of those.
they're pretty good. They're
I
very
bet they
sweet because
are.
they put like whipped cream on the bottom and the top, but they
Yeah,
put in that whipped cream they put like it's separate from the regular whipped cream, and when they're mixing it, they put a little bit of marshmallow powder into it,
yeah,
so it's got like a marshmallowy taste, and it's pretty good.
nice.
So now we're gonna go to the holiday beverages in the English Garden behind the tea caddy. We have a Twinings Christmas tree toddy served with a cinnamon stick, non-alcoholic. And then we have a Twinings Christmas tea toddy uh, in Drambuie, served with a cinnamon stick. And a toddy is basically, actually, I don't know what a toddy would be if it wasn't alcoholic.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, is this just tea? Is this just maybe they put like a syrup in it? Cause like, what is a toddy? It's usually if it's like whiskey, honey, and lemon, right?
Yeah, and
Right?
it's warm.
Yeah, so maybe they put like what would be like an equivalent to whiskey, like as a non-alcoholic? Like a hazelnut?
It's just a tea.
I mean, it's just tea.
It's just,
Tea,
like
man.
if yeah.
My brother-in-law makes a hot toddy, my sister's husband, with rum instead of
What?
whiskey. Like a dark rum, it is very good. I never had one before, it's very good.
Huh.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, that's different.
I know, it was
That's
like a dark rum
weird.
was really good. I was surprised. He's
Huh.
always cooking up shit, you know? He's real creative like that.
Okay, on to the holiday hearth. Where's even that located?
Doesn't say. Because usually, like, you get, like, an idea of where it could be, like, based on the country. I'm wondering if this is, like, near, like, the entrance,
Yeah,
like
like
the
when you're coming
Buffalo?
in and that's where
Yeah,
they have like the hot and the cold or the red and blue fire and ice
yeah.
whatever booths. They have a red velvet mini bundt cake with cream cheese icing. Sounds really good.
Mhm.
Oh, cute. A salted caramel spaceship earth
I love that.
cookie,
I love that.
snowball cookies. So this
Gross.
is all candy.
Yeah.
Peppermint bark, stolen holiday fruit cake, and mouse crunch. What the fluff is a mouse
I'm wondering if
crunch?
it's what is that called? Is it Moose Crunch or
A
what is it?
dog, like
Or
dog treats,
reindeer
whatever.
the hell is it called? Reindeer snacks or whatever. It's like Chex Mix, but it's
The
covered in, like,
chocolate,
chocolate and white powdered sugar. I'm assuming that's what that is.
probably. I would stick my entire face inside that red velvet mini bundt cake.
Same. Also the salted I love salted caramel. Either one of those I'd be super into.
Yeah, I would probably actually use the salted caramel spaceship cookie as a fork for the red velvet mini bun cake.
Yeah. That actually sounds very nice. Hi, Siri.
And then their beverages they have are a gingerbread milkshake, which is non-alcoholic,
Mhm.
hot chocolate, non-alcoholic, but then they also have plot twist, a gingerbread milkshake with whipped cream vodka, and a cocoa candy
Oh.
cane, hot cocoa with peppermint schnapps.
Oh, that just sounds so cozy. It's so
That sounds
cozy.
super cozy. Super cozy.
Oh, I wanna be a part of that.
I'd probably, if I had to pick just the regular hot chocolate. I don't like peppermint, and I don't like
Oh,
gingerbread.
okay. Yeah, I would definitely get the if it was cold, I would get the hot cocoa with peppermint schnapps. I don't know if I would get as much as I would like a gingerbread milk, I just don't like milkshakes. They give me diarrhea.
And that prevents all the boys from coming to the yard.
Can't. I can't. I'm married, so it's like this the jig is up, you know what I mean?
The jig is up.
Ain't nobody wanting to see my milkshake. It's totally fine. Oh, moving on.
Okay, holiday sweets and treats. Again, probably in the entryway, the empanade of the showcase. I don't think I use that in the right context, so let's just move on. But they got a peppermint sundae, chocolate ice cream, whipped cream, and peppermint candy, gluten and
Oh my
wheat
god.
friendly.
I wanna be a part of that.
In a mini peppermint cookies, a part of the cookie stroll.
Mint chocolate chip is my favorite ice cream, although I understand like,
Ugh,
literally favorite,
psychopath.
like a psychopath. I'm like a crazy person about it.
What a nice summer day. I think I'll suck on a tube of toothpaste. Just kidding.
What?
It's mint
You don't
chocolate
like
chip
mint
ice
chocolate chip?
cream.
Where is the horn? Where is the horn?
It's
Where
coming.
is
It's
the
coming.
horn? How dare you? Oh my god, dude, mint chocolate chip is life. I actually get a little temper tantrumy when people don't have mint chocolate chip. Like, I'm not really throwing it, but I get very upset internally. One time I have, and I was just having a bad day, and I threw a temper tantrum at like some child who was scooping me ice cream, but like, which was very embarrassing. But like, for everyone involved, including my husband. But like, mint chocolate chip is life. I don't have time for your nonsense. Get out of here. We're not friends anymore. Oh lordy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so I mean, bright side, way to go, Nick. She's got really minty clean breath. Anytime she wants
Oh,
ice cream,
yeah.
she just goes and eats toothpaste.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so their beverages here. That's all they had for snacks, I guess I would call it.
Yeah.
Well, it says sweets and treats. Okay, that's fair. They have hot chocolate, the non-alcoholic kind. They have a chocolate peppermint shake featuring Twinings peppermint cheer tea. That sounds shipyard eggnog. uh,
I love a peppermint tea. I'm
that
sure
sounded.
you, didn't know that, but yeah.
I believe you would. I believe you do.
Oh.
They have. This is another location where you can get the shipyard eggnog white porter.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then to be fair, it's from Clearwater, Florida, so obviously it'll be all over everywhere down there, I'm sure.
Sure.
MIA Beer Company, Coquito Beer, hot chocolate, excuse me, hot cocoa with assorted alcohol words. Hot cocoa with assorted alcoholic cordials, Baelish Irish cream, Frangelico liqueur, Fireball cinnamon whiskey. And if any of you say Fireball cinnamon whiskey, just don't say it. Like you're gross.
Who is adding Fireball to their, hot cocoa, I ask you?
There's so many different things that you can use instead of Fireball. Fireball is literally just like this thickest cinnamon syrup, and if I ever order it at a bar, you know I'm drunk because it's cheap and it's awful, but I still want to keep
Lord.
drinking. So you know, like, oh, he's trashed. He's getting this Fireball. Um, yeah, no, that's gonna be a no from me. The Bailey's Irish Cream and Cocoa sounds fantastic. Frangelico even sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
And Frangelico is like a hazelnut
It's a hazelnut liqueur, yeah.
liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I was looking it up because I've seen this coquito situation here happening a lot. I just looked it up, and it's considered the Puerto Rican eggnog. It's a coconut-based eggnog.
Oh,
So, for everyone to know. Oh, dear.
yeah.
I'm not signing
Um,
up. Actually, no, I lied. I'd try that. I'd try it.
I would try it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of coconut,
Yeah.
uh, but like in everything, like for me, coconut and chocolate is gross. So like a coconut
Yeah.
eggnog moment might be okay.
Sure.
Um, they also have a chocolate peppermint shake featuring Twinings peppermint cheer tea and whipped cream vodka. So that's
Mm.
again just the sweets and treats. I would be all about the hot cocoa with Bailey's.
Yeah. That sounds very nice.
It sounds very nice, very comfortable,
Very comfortable.
very relaxing. Something you could just sip on as you stroll into the next
Oh, it's
spot.
so nice.
Okay, L'chaim Holiday Kitchen. L'chaim Holiday Kitchen. Ooh, pastrami on rye with house-made pickles and deli
Oh,
mustard.
yes. Yes.
Smoked salmon potato lakti.
Yes.
Potato laktis. Plant-based item. That's the plant-based item.
I
Um,
can't help you with this one. I have no idea.
Sauvignat. Sufganiat.
Sufgania. Do I need to look up the
Hold
pronunciation?
on. I'm gonna look up the pronunciation. How do oops. How do you
Sufgania.
pronounce
Sufgania.
spell it for me? Sufg. Oh, right here. I'm gonna auto do it or audially do it.
It is a Hanukkah donut.
Safgania.
Sufgania.
Safgania.
Yeah.
Sufgania. Nice. Look at you go.
I had to take I had to, what the hell is that called? Not phonics. Oh, I had to take phonetics in college. So
And he was on hooked on phonics.
yeah, yeah.
It's okay. I was too. I didn't really learn how to read very well until I was like 15.
I love everything about this. First off, one of the things I miss most about working in New York City is the Jewish delis. Like, I would live and die in a Jewish deli. And this is a lot of the things that you can get in a Jewish deli. And like, I just love it so much.
Yeah, I'm all about this pastrami on rye
Oh,
right here.
oh, it's smoked salmon, potato lucky, potato. Oh, damn! Get me into it. I want to be a part of it.
Get me into it.
I will take all of
Somebody get me there.
it.
And then their beverages, they have a Schmaltz Brewing Company Hanukkah beer, uh, golden jelly donut pastry ale, and a blue Cosmo cocktail.
Which I have had, and surprisingly is very good. It's not like very mixy tasting. It's very good.
That
I was
sounds really
surprised.
good. That's
Yeah,
probably what I'd get.
it's very nice.
I'd get that and my little pastrami.
Oh yes, I would
Oh,
get like everything. Everything there sounds great,
yeah,
except the
that's
jelly donut. I'm not into that. That's fine.
well, if it was a porter or a stout, I think I'd be okay with it. But like because it's an ale, I'm just like, what?
Right.
Okay, on to Las Posadas, excuse me, holiday chicken. Oh my god,
Holiday chicken. I love that.
holiday kitchen. I
Oh,
need
the
to go
ball.
home. Okay, yes. Oh my god, I'm just kind of browsing over this. Giant tostada de chorizo. Chorizo served with on a giant tostada with chipotle
Oh,
black bean puree, salsa verde, queso cotija, crema mexicana, and pickled onion.
oh,
That is gluten and wheat friendly. Tamal de pollo, braised chipotle chicken served in a corn masa topped with mole verde, queso cotija. Is that how you
yeah,
say that?
tortilla. Yeah.
Cotija. Crema mexicana and toasted pumpkin seeds, also gluten and wheat friendly. Also, side note, a lot of Mexican and Hispanic food is going to be gluten friendly
Yeah,
because they don't use flour tortillas.
right.
Um, dulce de leche churros, dulce de leche
Ooh,
filled churros sprinkled with cinnamon sugar. Literally everything on this menu can get
yeah,
in my belly.
yeah, it all looks real nice. Real,
Yep.
real nice.
I
Big
couldn't even
fan.
just pick one. I would actually get
Yeah,
all three of those.
for sure.
Um, okay, and their beverages uh, is a Tulum
Mhm.
Mexican craft beer with black currant and ginger liquor floater, pumpkin spice margarita,
Dude, fuck that.
Tomba Blanco tequila, Ojo de
So gross.
Tigre mezcal, Nixta corn liquor, pumpkin spice puree,
No.
and lime agave juice with cinnamon sugar rim.
Hard pass.
I would try it because I also said that when somebody told me they were drinking an avocado margarita. Um, but what the fuck? Like the white girls got to Mexico.
Yeah, yeah, that's what this says. That's what this says right here.
Literally a white girl on a holiday vacation. This is gonna be the new Hallmark movie.
Oh my
You know,
god.
she's busy in the city. She goes to Cancun and goes,
Ah,
"Oh, I just wish I could get my pumpkin spice
that's so
latte."
oh my god.
And then the bartender was like, I can make you this pumpkin spice margarita."
There you
And then
go.
they just like take pumpkin pie and shove it in a blender with some ice and
Ah,
tequila.
I love
Like,
that.
what? Okay. And then they have a horchata margarita, which I would also try. Horchata itself is very good. Casa Noble, Casa Noble, probably. Blanco tequila, Abasolo corn whiskey, horchata rum, uh, agua, agua de horchata, like horchata water, and a hint of cinnamon infused mezcal liquor. I would actually, I would try that. I probably wouldn't be able to get my own because that just sounds like a lot of
Yeah.
horchata.
The only thing I think I would try out of this is the Tulum craft beer. I find it interesting. The black currant and ginger liqueur floater just sounds interesting to me. I would actually try that.
Anything with a black currant floater is good by me. Okay, and then they also have another booth here called Le Marche de Noël Holiday Kitchen, not chicken. Wow. Guys, I'm gonna try really hard to pronounce these things. Just read it. No, I was kidding. Uh, the the Riette de. I'm stumbling still on this Riette de salmon spread with house made bread. So no for me. Didn't Dinde Forestier. Oh my god. This is why I don't see. You're the one with all the languages under your belt. I don't know how to pronounce any of these.
Wait, where are we? I'm so sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. We're in Le Marche
Oh,
de
Le
Noël.
Marche de Noël.
Le Marche de Noël Holiday Kitchen. I stumbled.
Oh,
I butchered the
a Riette
Roulette
de
de.
Saumon.
There you go. See, and that's a salmon spread with house made bread. And then the next one is.
Dean Forestier, Pomme Dauphin.
My God, you're just a lyrical genius. Turkey with bacon, mushrooms, and onions in a mustard cream sauce with puffed potatoes. And then we have a.
A Bouche de Noël au caramel.
That sounds wonderful. What is it, you wonder? It's a Christmas log with chocolate cake and dark chocolate caramel ganache. Yep, that sounds tasty. That's probably all I'd eat from that. To be honest, I don't care for the turkey with bacon, mushrooms, onions, and I don't want the salmon bread.
Oh, I would actually, I would definitely eat the salmon spread for sure. Um, that's probably all I eat. All I eat out of that.
Oh, and then for their drinks, they've got a
a Kronenberg, which way they always have a Kronenberg, in the French pavilion. They also someone else also has a Kronenberg. A rosé pétillant méthode traditionnelle champenoise, which is like a rosé sparkling wine, and the rest is pretty easy.
I think I have a crush on you. That rosé one was just pretty. Um, they have a Cabernet Sauvignon, which I probably still butchered. Uh, Village de France, and then a frozen hot chocolate martini with Grey Goose, vanilla vodka, and chocolate milk. I would probably try that. I'm not huge on milk, but when it's chocolate milk, it's like better somehow, and it just sounds tasty.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, well, well, it could be just like a chocolate martini with the chocolate milk.
Yeah.
The chocolate milk kinda throws me off, but, like, I'm sure it's probably the same. But I would get that rosé sparkling wine because 'cause I'm basic.
Oh, I would absolutely get that. Oh, I mean, I was just yeah. That's I would definitely get the sparkling rosé because I love rosé.
Yeah.
Uh, but the frozen hot chocolate sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, wow, we still have lots
Okay.
to go.
Mele Kaliki
M
Maka. Mele
Melekenikimaka is the wine to say oh, sorry. I'm
that's
losing my
actually
mind right now, actually.
on Elvis Duran in the morning show. That is Uncle Johnny's favorite Christmas song.
Oh, yeah?
So they have a Kalua pork with Okinawa purple sweet potatoes and mango salad. They have a lomi lomi salmon with tomatoes, onions, salmon roe, yuzu mayonnaise,
Oh.
and yucca chips. They have a haupia Hawaiian coconut pudding with candied macadamia nuts and coconut. A Kona Brewing Co. Big Wave Golden. Oh wow, it went right into the booze. It didn't split it. That's fine. Kona Brewing Co. Big Wave Golden Ale, Florida Orange Grove Sparkling Pineapple Wine, and a Melon Breeze with spiced rum. Um, Food wise,
Melon breeze, Lord, that sounds terrible.
that sounds like they're like, here's some Hawaiian punch, and we'll just throw some rum into it.
Right, right.
Food wise, I think again, I'm not huge on pork, but that the first one, the Kalua pork with Okinawa purple sweet potatoes sounds pretty good.
Um, I mean, I'm here for that lomi lomi salmon.
Lemon me.
But yeah, I would totally try well, you know what though?
Mm,
The mango salad kinda throws me off because I'm not like a huge fan of fruit in my food.
yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm sure that's like over to the side. Well, they're small portions, so it can't be too far over. Um, then I'd probably get the sparkling pineapple wine just to try it.
Oh, you love, like, pineapple in your drinks.
I do. Sparkling pineapple wine. That sounds pretty. I mean, it's Florida orange. All these things, I don't understand. They got one beer from Hawaii, and then they got Florida Orange Grove sparkling pineapple wine here. Like, come on, get a pineapple wine from Hawaii. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're gonna there's still a handful more menus to go through, but we're already pretty close to an hour. So let's end with on a really high note for old Annie. New Annie, I think she would put her vegetarianism aside for a minute to go with this item on the only item on this Prost menu, charcuterie and cheese plate. And if you've been listening to
Oh,
us for a while, you
god, I miss
know how Annie
charcuterie.
feels about a charcuterie.
So this has been the hardest thing since I became vegetarian is technically giving up the meat part of a charcuterie plate, and it makes me very unwell and very sad.
I'm so sad about it.
Very.
But yeah, that's the only item they have on that one. Uh, as far as food, And then their beverages, they have an MIA Beer Company White Christmas IPA. No, thank you. A Three Daughters Brewing 70-degree Winterweizen. Uh, Playalinda Brewing Co. Ginger Blonde House Ale. Cider Boys Mad Bark Apple Cinnamon Hard Cider. No, that sounds like a cider version of freaking Fireball.
Yeah, it does.
Uh, Three Daughters Brewing Blueberry Peppercorn Hard Cider. So lots of ciders. So you're probably not going to be too into this. A Beacon Skiff Apple Orchards Honey Crisp Hard Cider. I would do that one.
Yeah, I think I would because I do like a honey wine or a mead. I do like that, so I would probably try that. Um, or the White Christmas IPA. I would try that too.
Not a huge fan of IPAs. But yeah, so next time we'll continue on and we'll go through the rest of these items, which we still have quite a few things to read. Um and Annie will be leading, so you guys won't have to listen to how I
Stop.
can't read.
Stop. I'm so sorry that I got distracted. I'm so sorry.
Kitchen chicken. What? No, it's okay. Okay. Again, this is one of our favorite things to do is read through these menus with you guys, and we love that we don't like let ourselves study them first or anything. We just jump right into it, so it's kind of a surprise for all of us. And again, if you're gonna go for the festival of the holidays, listen to this episode so you kind of know what you're getting into. And because again, everything can be a little heavy, but for now, this has been Brady McCleary, known to you as Brady Cam on Instagram. And with me, as always, is the multilingual, super cute.
The French hate my pronunciation, by the way. Like when I was in France and I'm like, "Oh, I'm totally fine. Like I can totally get by." And they were like, "No, you can speak English." I was like, "Bitch, I know what I'm saying," but they are really particular about the way it's pronounced. So my pronunciation is shit.
Well, you fooled me.
But this is Annie at WDW Collective.
All right, guys, make sure you continue on our tour and go back and listen
Yeah.
to where we've been throughout Epcot, which yeah, we are not even I guess we're like a quarter of the way through Epcot on the original tour. But make sure you go download and give us a listen, and we'll see you next time on Never Growing Up, a Disney Parks podcast for adults.
Bye.
Bye.